not easy to be free, to really care. It's not easy to see, to be aware. There's a cross to bear, there's a cross to bear. It's not easy to see, all it's not in there. It's a pleasure to see your treasures everywhere. There's a cross to bear, there's a cross to bear. There's a cross to bear, there's a cross to bear. To love is to feel is to love. When hearts are open they're red, there's a cross to bear. What do you see while you're living in there? It's not easy to be free, to be aware. There's a cross to bear, there's a cross to bear. There's a cross to bear, there's a cross to bear. To love is to feel is to love. When hearts are open they're red, there's a cross to bear. Your treasures are rare, they're everywhere. The children are aware, they actually care. There's a cross to bear, there's a cross to bear. There's a cross to bear, there's a cross to bear. To love is to feel is to love. When hearts are open they're red, there's a cross to bear. To love is to feel is to love. When hearts are open they're red, there's a cross to bear. When hearts are open they're red, there's a cross to bear. Written in Rome, along with 18 other songs in Campo de Fiori. I'm filming the reflections intentionally. I'm now a writer of 11 songs in this city. And as you can clearly see from the reflections, I'm sitting opposite I'm trying to stay calm, sitting opposite famous statue of Andrea Camilleri. I've written 7 songs in this position, one partly inspired in that direction. I've written 4 songs in that direction. I'm on day 16 and they just keep walking. So that's why I'm filming the reflections and sharing that one. I'm standing with God, the children, and our one and only home opposite famous statue of writer. And on day 16, I'll talk about some well, I'll just finish that first. On day 16, they just keep walking without even an offer of 5 cents or a piece of bread. I've been watching Society for 2.5 million minutes or something like that, and the insanity of what they become. I wrote The Portal of Insanity in this section too. The offer of even 5 cents or a piece of bread for the adults crossing this section for a writer of 20 years, a writer of 7 songs in this position, 4 songs in that direction, one partly inspired that way. I've also nearly completed it. Well, I completed the text for one, Why the Doors Are Closed, inspired by sleeping outside the church. They cross this section of just 20 meters, which is why I wrote The Portal of Insanity, in complete and total emptiness. Not even an offer of 5 cents or 5 seconds or a piece of bread. So I put this to you. If they can't see, hear or feel a living writer sitting opposite the statue of Andrea Camilleri, they can't see, hear or feel a single word I say and are completely emotionless and void of human senses. So if they don't have 5 cents or 5 seconds or a piece of bread, for a writer sitting opposite a writer, a wonderful gentleman's coming over now, the first one since I sat here. Grazie mille. Have a wonderful day. Have a great day. And I'm saying that this is a case for a very, very, very high percentage of the moving adults. This is a very beautiful section, and in this 20 meters is taking place all what is wrong with society. They're crossing this section doing the sign of the cross. I'm a believer, but yet they can't see, hear or feel anything at all. I'm just being honest. Just the truth, which has inspired the song When You Walk Through Those Doors. They're crossing in this 20-meter section is taking place absolute and complete insanity. They're disrespecting Andrea Camilleri. All writers, artists and poets of all time are being ultimately disrespected. They cannot see, hear or feel anything at all from a writer sitting opposite a statue of a writer from the past, famous Andrea Camilleri. I've written 7 songs in this position, and 99% of the moving adults just keep moving without the offer of 5 cents, 5 seconds, or a piece of bread, completely void of emotion, completely emotionless, and unaware that a living writer is sitting here and has been sitting here for 16 days, walking around in complete and total emptiness, and not just for a week or two, for 10 years. So I'm sharing the truth with you now to try and help more people wake up from what is insanity. Complete and total insanity. Disrespect for God, and for those who don't believe, I do. The children of reality, the creatures of reality, and our one and only home. And my homeless brothers and sisters have suffered, and all the world's musicians, poets and artists too, which guaranteed this 100% fact. Andrea Camilleri suffered too. He lived in Rome, liked to smoke. I noticed that our text is very similar. He wrote the giants of the mountain. I've said in my text, there's giants in the mountain and there's statues in the mountain. I watched them come along, and this area has been turned into a circus event, an absolute, complete and total circus event. They're walking across his name. I put my name next to his too to see what the results would that be. And they're sitting down on his legs, disrespecting him, disrespecting all writers, disrespecting all artists, and disrespecting God, and crossing through the portal of insanity, unaware of anything at all, completely emotionless, but somehow claiming to be believers. Believers in what? Well, I put it to you. I believe in the children of reality, all of the children. I believe in all of the creatures of reality too, all of the creatures of reality, and our one and only home. And I believe in all of the homeless brothers and sisters I've met on the road too, who suffered during a selfish zombie apocalypse of zero. It's just the truth. And I believe in all of the world's musicians, poets and artists, writers too, who've suffered during the same period. They're crossing this section, and they've been crossing this section and many sections in many cities for many years in a world of absolute insanity and complete delusional emptiness. So I'm standing with everyone else the other way. Will you join me? God bless.